Okay, so I actually forgot to turn my mic on for this video, so I have to redo all of it, which sucks. That's just great. So we got the Chaos Brute, right? He can open up doors. He can pry open doors. He has extra health. That's kind of it. Um, Rusher is he's basically has infinite speed. He's faster than everybody. No, he's faster than a normal human class. It's basically he has a Coke without the negative effects. If you drink a Coke as a Rusher, you become you get you get faster and you don't lose any extra health, which is great. If you escape, if you get detained and you escape, you become MTF Scout. Test subject. So test subject, it's either you're really lucky or you're not, because usually this guy dies to peanut a lot. Um, yeah, he got his extra health got nerfed and he doesn't have it anymore, which sucks. Sometimes he gets spawned with a gun. That's like really lucky. If you spawn with a gun, that's really lucky. As there's a COM 15 that always spawns somewhere. It spawns in bathroom. 173 GR and I think and the candy room. Yes, in the candy room. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna this guy is currently not in the game. He is I haven't played as him, but I just know that Sixth Sense is basically where um if you're shy guy, when you're shy guy and you see like those red things when someone looks at you, like a red blob. Basically, if someone has a gun next to you, if an enemy has a gun, like a MTF or something has a gun, or there's an SCP nearby, you get that red blob. Janitor literally always spawns in. He always spawns, no matter what. This guy will spawn in. Um, he's a janitor. Basically, you get a bunch of stuff. Sometimes you spawn next to the scientist. Sometimes you get really lucky, you get the gun. If you spawn next to the bathroom or GR, that's it. If you spawn next to armory, that kind of sucks. You get the war spawn or what's it called? Or checkpoint. So we got over here server room technician, the worst role in the game because you spawn in heavy and usually die. Like one time I spawned in as 096. I opened up my door and this guy was literally spawned right next to me and he died in less than a minute. Basically, you just get it's a buffed scientist. You expect this guy to actually be good, but no, he's not good. Spawning in heavy is not good. The only human class that spawns in heavy right here. Um, so yeah, he has this ability. It's kind of useless though because you just die. So 079 isn't really that much of a deal when you're getting chased by all the SCPs. Scientist Vigilante, basically MTF with a shotgun and a revolver. Before he had just a revolver and a grenade, but people kept using the grenade to open up micro, and so then the Scientist Vigilante would have micro, and then he would just like decimate every single SCP. But now they nerfed him, and they buffed him at the same time. So yeah, you can't escape as him, but you can trick D-Class into thinking you're a scientist. You can walk up to him and blow him off. Or I meant, no. I meant shoot him. Yeah. Okay. Research scientist. He spawns next. Not. He spawns on that platform in 173's room. Next to the test subject. Usually the research scientist, and there's like usually like 4 people that spawn in this room: test subject, research scientist, major scientist, and that research guard. They all try to fight for the gun. The research guard is. I'll talk about him later. This guy he's easy removed because people kept just staying up here, not moving. So then we got um major scientist. That's basically the better version of the research scientist. You get the research supervisor card. Okay, got cell guard. Cell guard. Well, he's kind of annoying. It's either you get a nice cell guard or you get a really bad one that detains everybody at the beginning. Basically, you start out with the garbage pistol that does like 2 to 4 damage. If you get headshots, I think it's 10 damage. You can actually kill someone if you're lucky and they're AFK. You get a zone manager, so you can't actually open up armory. You have light armor. You basically just get a guard start, except you get really garbage stuff. But I do like being I like being these 2 guys, is they spawn in light, and you're a guard. But everybody targets you, which sucks. But you get to detain people and take their gun, and then you could, shoot them. Okay, we got the zone manager. Basically, it's the cell guard, except he spawns in one of the checkpoints, and he has this radio. He spawns with 2 radios. You can throw away one of the radios because it'll be really weird having 2. It used to be a weapons tablet, but they removed that from the game, so now it's a radio. And basically, if you go into a checkpoint, you can lock the door down for like 8 seconds, 6 seconds, I think. And it's not that good. I mean, it's good when you're actually using it properly. It's not good when you're just wandering around. In the beginning of the game, it's not that useful. At the and like around the end, when you're trying to like trap the SCPs and stuff, that's really useful. Head guard is really nice to be. He has the E11 SR, which is really OP for beginning game. He has this really good ability called Morale. Basically, if you have like a big group of guards, only guards get this buff, but like even these guys get this buff as well. And detachments also get this buff because they're technically guards, reinforcements. Basically, you do a lot of extra damage. 42%. I'm not sure if that's true or still because this is a little bit outdated, just like a little bit. Because I heard someone said this is 20%, because 42% is a lot more. Basically, if you get a big group of guards, you might actually be able to take down an SCP with this. This guy, really nice. Oh yeah, by the way, Sign of Vigilante always spawns in the game, because if there's, let's say there's 3 people. So, Janitor and Vigilante will always spawn, no matter what. This guard will always spawn. It's either the cell guard or this guy. Okay, so, we got the medic. The medic, he has this gun. Instead of you getting the FPS, I think, or FSP, I don't remember what that gun is called, but you get a crossfec basically with 32 ammo. It's really glitchy when you reload it. Also there's these things called special weapons in the game. Basically, if you throw up down, you lose all your attachments, which sucks. It's like SCP-127, the sniper, the medic gun, and the bad pistol that all the cell guard and the zone manager start with. But basically, you gotta heal all your teammates. Only teammates. Many people don't actually know this, but you can only heal your teammates, not your enemies. You can still kill your enemies with this gun, just not your teammates. You actually heal them. It does like it says it does damage, but it doesn't actually do damage. Research guard. It's basically just a cell guard, except he spawns on that one ledge. That's like the only difference. See, like right here, calm, which does 2 to 4 damage. Because if you get a regular calm, then you just kill everybody there. Okay, we got. Move on to MTF. I'll do a separate one for Chaos, Serpents, and SCPs later. Because I can't get after. It'll be too long for 15 minutes. So Kevlar units. Basically, he is Chad. He could take down. He has a lot of health, like a lot of health. It's kind of like the Commando, but like just this is basically like the pre-Commando. Basically, you get hardened, which is you take less damage. Loadout, so you get 100 HP. Actually no, it used to be something else. It used to be like 120, but you get a key card depending on rank. This is the thing. The game actually decides what your rank spawn. So basically, when you spawn in, you become either a private, sergeant, or captain. Depending on what you spawn in as, you get that key card. Whatever you get, that corresponding key card. Except like some of the guys get like detachments commander. You always get the commander key card. So we got the medic, right? Medic. He's basically just a regular guy, except you get that medic gun and the SCP-500. That's like the only difference. Scout's probably one of the best MTF, because it's basically, so let's say you're D class and you escape. I think I already said this, but still, you will become an MTF scout. Technically, it's always a private. You always get a private card. Cadet card was the previously it was cadets. What's it called? Cadets, not sergeant. It was cadets. I don't really remember what it's called anymore. But yeah. So you get a private key card. You get permanent speed boost again. If you drink Coke, you don't actually lose health. So giving these guys Coke is the best option. We got a detachments commander. He is like really useful. He can't actually activate your ability if the alpha warhead nuke is going off. So that's a bummer. So basically, press tab and right click the guard key card. Like every 250 seconds, I think, you can spawn in someone. If there's nobody to spawn in, you can't spawn anyone in. If there's one guy, you can spawn that one guy in. You only have to wait like 125 seconds, I think. He is really useful if you're like all alone and stuff. Or usually spawn as soon as you spawn in as this guy, just try to spawn in anybody and keep spamming it until like someone spawns in. Because your job is basically to spawn in as many people as possible. Do not rush and let your team go in first if you're this guy, because you'll be doing them a huge favor if you can keep respawning them. Attachments, reinforcements. Basically, it's just a guard. This guy spawns in this guy right here. And they spawn around him. They get teleported. They're really glitchy. Don't go to 914 1-to-1, as this guy gets like really glitchy. His gun gets like glitched if you're this guy. So don't go in there. Gunslinger. Oh yeah, by the way, you cannot upgrade special weapons, because I see a lot of guards, they try to upgrade their gun so they can get an actual gun to shoot people with, but nope, it doesn't work. Gunslinger, this guy always spawns in. If you're MTF, this guy will always spawn in no matter what. Like a guaranteed. Because like the medic, not the MTF medic, but the facility medic or the vigilante or the cell guard spawn in. It's one of the three. It's like a role. Janitor always spawns in. This guy will always spawn in. Basically, you get the light armor, which sucks. You get an AK shotgun, 44 revolver. You can't. The thing is, you can't actually hold all these weapons. So if you change your armor, the AK will always drop itself for some reason. I mean, depending on what you have your like thing. Oh, you also make sure you have all your weapons loaded, because you have to like do a little reload animation at the beginning, and get the extra bolt in there. Just get rid of the. If you find combat armor, just get rid of the revolver and just replace it so you can actually have good armor, not light armor. So yeah, that's the guide to all the MTF classes, all the MTF team and D class.